and welcome to my Flosstube channel, Stitching Quilter. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. It's been quite a while since I've made a video. I didn't sort of plan that to happen. I planned to do updates at the end of every month, but June, I think it was, or July, I can't remember when. I think it was July, I started the challenge, the 100 Days of Hade challenge. So I did that for the majority of June, and I think July, I think it was, and I made it to day 25, and then I started getting a bit burnt out. So I made the decision to pull out and back out of that challenge. For the time, I just didn't. I wasn't enjoying it as much as when I first started. Sorry about the bumping around. I need to be a little careful with that. And the lighting's probably not as good today because it's been terrible outside for about a week now. Anyway, so I started on the 100 Days of Hade challenge. And then I just got really overwhelmed by about day 24, 25. So I stopped the challenge and I didn't end up stitching for a good couple of days or a week or so on anything then. And then I decided just to pull out some small cross stitches that I wanted to do. So then I worked on a few small ones. And I think, as you know from one of my Stitch Mania videos, that I've had issues with my hand. I had a cyst on my wrist, and I had that aspirated and it didn't go away at all whatsoever. And the pain, most of the pain was in my thumb, which they thought was coming from it compressing a tendon. But then I noticed in my thumb here, in the web space here, at the base of my thumb, I have a massive cyst there as well. So that's what was causing the pain in my thumb, I think. So they did a scan on that and found out that that was another cyst, but it's a complex cyst. So there was, they can't aspirate that one because it's mostly solid material, they said. So aspirating it wouldn't do any good, and considering the other one that was a liquid cyst didn't go away either, chances were it wasn't going to work. So I was then referred to a surgeon, and I usually have the shittiest luck trying to get doctors to do anything down here. So when my doctor found out about that one, she decided to do a referral to the emergency room and told me to go to the emergency room and get them to do a referral so that I would get in quicker, because for ganglion cysts, they don't usually worry about them, and it could be 2 years waiting for it. So I went down to there, and in the meantime, for about 2 weeks, or about 4 or 5 weeks actually, she'd told me to get a brace and try a brace to see if that would help. And that was before I actually discovered the one on my thumb. So then once she found the one on my thumb, she sent me down to the emergency room. And whilst I was there, and I just said to my husband on the way there, they're not going to worry about doing anything because that's just the way it goes for me, and they'll just send me home and won't worry about doing anything about it. So I went down there, and the nurse that I had was really, really good. And he'd actually noticed that my left hand is much colder than my right hand. And because the cyst on the wrist sits over the main artery, he was concerned about it blocking off circulation, I think. He didn't really say too much, but anyway, so he checked all that, and he was literally gone for like 20 minutes and come back and said, right, I've got you an appointment with the surgeon that was on a Tuesday. I was there, and he's like, I've got you an appointment for Thursday morning. And I was like, okay. So I said to my husband, yeah, okay, well, we'll go to the appointment, and I bet you nothing will happen anyway. So I went to the appointment, and I was like second in to be seen, and straight away within about 10 minutes, they were like, nope, you need surgery. You have severe carpal tunnel in that left hand, as well as the 2 cysts. and they are baffled as to why I have the cyst on my thumb, because there's no arthritis, and the only time they've ever seen it is with arthritis, and I don't have any arthritis. So I don't know if it's the stitching that's causing issues or not. But anyway, so that appointment, so I'm put on a 3-month waiting period for, within 90 days for surgery. And I got my letter about 2 weeks ago and it's on the 26th, so it's only about 2.5 weeks away now. So I have been since I just realised I was going to be having surgery within 3 months, I decided to get stuck into, whoops, sorry about that guys, need to be a little careful, I've got it propped up a bit differently today. So I wanted to get as many cross-stitch ornaments done as possible. As you know, my goal was to do an ornament tree this year. And I wanted to have as many ornaments as possible. So I set myself a goal to have 50 cross-stitch ornaments this year if I could. And I'd already done about 20 something, I think, or 25-ish. So I got stuck into doing that. And then in the meantime, I've now had another cyst come up on my right hand in the same spot in the thumb joint there. So my doctor is thinking it might be cross-stitching or craft related. So I'm going to have to slow down a little bit with that. Excuse me for a second. So anyway, that's a bit of a backstory. And I just time just kept getting away from me, and I kept saying, I will do a video tomorrow, and then I'd be halfway through stitching another ornament. I'm like, I'll just finish this one off and then I'll stitch tomorrow. And I usually film my videos in the morning, first thing, because the light's the best coming in my dining room window. So, and it just kept working out that I had appointments in the morning and things like that, or I was waking up late because I'd had insomnia again lately. So today it's about 1 o'clock-ish, I think, and I just decided, bugger it, just sit down and film it or you'll never get it done. Anyway, so I will show you, for the 100 Days of Hade challenge, I decided to start a new Hade, and it was started on the 1st of July, and I think the 2nd of July or 3rd of July was when the stitch started, so I did a little bit. And I decided to pull out a colourful past from Heaven and Earth Design. And this one here is designed by Jane Wooster Scott, which is one of my favourite Hade designers. So that's the one that I started. Now, I almost very, very closely have a page finish on it from what I did work on for that 25-ish days or whatever it was in July. But it's, hang on a sec, that lighting's not the best. There you go, you can see it a little bit better like that. The good thing with this one that I really liked is all the sky is only 2 or 3 colours. It's like black and navy and a couple of different other shades of blue, I think, in there. Although you'd think all that was also only a few colours, but there's actually probably like 20 colours in that section. And I'm stitching this on 20, I think it's 22 count hardanger that I got from Spotlight when they had it all reduced for clearance, and I thought I'd get it to try for the full coverage pieces. And this piece, I decided to do the Continental tent stitch, and I'm pretty happy with the coverage. I thought for the tent stitch this would be a really good one to try, because it's got a lot of dark colours up in the sky and obviously on the cream fabric. I thought it would be a really good option to do, and I'm pretty happy with the coverage. There's a few spots where it's a little bit the fabric coming through, but it's pretty damn good, I think, so I'm happy with that. So that's what I worked on through July, and then I decided to do this. This was a free cross stitch from Hands On Designs, which was that Farm Fresh one that she brought out. You may have seen it from other people. And I'd actually picked up this fabulous folk art painted egg box, and it's got like the chicken on the side, and it's got it on the other side as well. And then it's also on top, it has the nest, and then the door opens up and you can store eggs in it. But I decided to attach the Farm Fresh, and I did a bit of a Priscilla finish with this one, and I actually attached ribbon to the back of it. I attached it between the two layers, and I've just tied it on, and then the flowers I've just poked in through the chicken wire, so I can change them out if I ever decide to change it. But how adorable. This fabric here I've had as a fat quarter for years, from when I very first started patchwork, that I picked up from Big W here in Australia, and it's actually got little chickens on it, and it turned out so cute. But anyway, so that was that finish. I also forgot to mention, I've actually done in between this, I did a couple of other finishes which have already been sent off to the people that I've made them for. So what I will do is I've taken video, and I will attach the videos of those at the end. But I did a floral poodle cross stitch for my mum for her birthday, and I finished that also off as a cube finish. And then for a friend, I made her two little hanging cross stitches that she could hang in her craft room just as a thank you. And then for anybody in Australia who knows JK's Cross Stitch Supplies on Facebook, she's where I get a majority of my patterns and things from, and she's just awesome. Like, she goes out of her way for you all the time. So and she's had a pretty rough year this year, so I really wanted to make her a cross stitch. So I also made one for her, which I've sent off and she's received now as well. So I did, that was 4 other cross stitches that I did in the past few months while I've been gone. And so all of those I will attach at the end, video clips of it. So then my mum and my eldest daughter drove from Brisbane down to Sydney where we are, and we went for a bit of a look down towards Berry and Mittagong, and there's a cross stitch shop in Mittagong called Victoria House. So we went to there first, and then we also went to one in Berry which is called Sew and Tell. I'd been to the Sew and Tell one once before because we'd done a drive down that way, and I decided to call in, and I got a few things then. I think I might have showed those in a haul already. But anyway, so I'd gotten those. I'd gotten quite a few cross stitches there. So I did this one. My daughter wanted to practice on some linen because she bought an ornament that was stitched on some linen. So I got her to start stitching this one. So she started it off so she could get used to stitching on the linen. Trying to get the light the best. It's not showing up the best. Anyway, so this is I think it's a Lizzie Kate. I always forget to bring my patterns. I've put it away with my stash because this was one of the patterns I bought that day we went out. I'm pretty sure it's a Lizzie Kate, and it's my other car is a broom with the stick. So that's appropriate for me with being a Halloween birthday. So she started it off with a little bit of the car is in the middle, and then I finished it off, and it didn't come with the buttons, which was candy corn buttons, but I had these witches shoes, so I decided to add those instead. And this little square silver tray I got from our op shop or Goodwill, and I did another Priscilla finish where it just magnets on. I had to pack it out a little bit at the back because it's got a bit of a deep sort of part of the dish, so I packed it out so it would sit better. And then I also did the bow part as a magnet as well, so that I can change it out if I want to swap it out to like a little Christmas one or whatever seasonal ones that I want to stitch. So that was that one. Now I decided I'm not going to show haul in this video because I got, over the few months I've collected a ridiculous amount of haul. So it's probably kind of embarrassing a little bit as to how much haul that I've collected over the last 3-4 months. So what I've decided is, because obviously I won't be stitching for the last few months of this year. So what I thought I might do is do some stash videos and stuff like that in between while I'm recovering with not being able to stitch. Although I'm considering buying the Lowry stand for my birthday. And if I get the Lowry stand, I'm hoping that because it's my left hand, which is the hand that I hold it in, my stitching hand I can still stitch with. And if I've got the Lowry stand, then I might be able to still stitch once it's recovered a little bit. Anyway, so I'm going to leave the haul video out and do, I think, some stash videos. I'll probably just do stash videos of my non-PDF patterns, because I have a ton of PDF patterns as well. And I figured if I do just the non-PDF patterns, and if I need to, I can break it down into the designers or a couple of designers together and do a couple of smaller videos, because the long videos, my last video took like 19 hours to upload, so I had to let it upload overnight because it wasn't ready. It's still like 11 o'clock to be posted at night. Anyway, so the next things that I've stitched was all of my ornaments. Now some I remember where I've got them from, some I don't. I'll start off with this one first of all. So I don't know if I've showed this in a previous video, but my mum stitched this ornament, this one for me last year as a card, and I wanted to be able to keep it and have it on the tree, so I decided to turn it into an ornament. So I've done it as like a flat ornament on the mat board, and I just cut around the card with a pair of pinking shears to have it a bit of decorative, and then I've just done it on the purple polka dot fabric. That's the back. Now I bought myself charms. I'm just going to pull this chair over so I've got somewhere to put these ornaments. I bought myself charms that say handmade and the year, the 2018, so I would remember what years they were stitched in, and I keep forgetting to stitch them on before I finish. So this is another one. I just finished this up now. So I FFO'd this about 5 minutes before I did my video. I think this was a little free. It was a Pinterest one from Kristen Schmidt or something like that I found from Pinterest. So that's, this lighting is terrible today. But that's that, and it's all your holly, and it's got the red bird, cardinal bird, and the heart. And then that was my fabric I decided to use in the middle. Sorry, in the back, which is a nice holly with the berries fabric. And I just attached the red flower with a little thing. I made my own heart-shaped template. It turned out not so bad for my first one, so I did that as a little heart pillow finish. This one here I stitched the other day. It was a little Pinterest freebie that I found, and it's this cute little birdie. And I've also done that as a little flat on the mat board kind of ornament. Bear with me, I have a ton of ornaments. I think I've stitched about another 30 ornaments. So this is another little Pinterest freebie that I found, which is this cutie little penguin. I did make a mistake in there somewhere, but I fudged it and made it work because I wasn't unpicking. So and that one's on the holly and berries fabric of that. I'm lucky that I've got a lot of fabric from being a patchworker. So this was another little Pinterest freebie that I found. This one was super quick to stitch up because it was mostly back stitch, other than the little heart and a few of the red stitches. And I did this one as just a long pillow finish, and I used the chenille ribbon, the chenille wool that I have as around the edges. This is another little freebie that I found. How cute is this little guy? Girl, I guess, because she's got pink. Gingerbread man, girl, lady. And because of the yellow in the stars, I decided to do the yellow trim and the yellow ribbon. And I coordinated it with the pink from the heart. And I think it looks really cute. And it's just done on this super cute brown fabric, which is very good for gingerbread finishes, I think, because it's pretty close into brown to that. Now this one I think was from this year's, so 2018's Just Cross Stitch Ornament issue. This is one of my favorites that I've stitched, which is this cute little deer. How cute is she? Now, the same as the couple of the others I've already showed, I've done these as the flat finish, but I've really gotten into mounting them on like an extra card on their own, and I really seem to like that finish. But this one came together really cute, and I put this brown fabric, which has got the flowers, which I was able to bring that plummy colour in on that. I don't know who the designers are from the ones out of the ornament issues and stuff. Now I'm just going to go through and show you quickly these ones. Excuse the itchy nose. So I did these ones. These are just fabric finishes that I've done because I thought the fabric was super cute. And it was a really quick option to add a few more ornaments to my tree for this year. So this one says the snow, and I really love this floral fabric. This was just a fat quarter that I found from Spotlight, and I wish they had it by the meter because it's gorgeous. And then I've just added the flowers and this pink and purpley check on the back. So from that same fabric, I've got the one that says peace as well. And just added some crochet flowers because I crochet as well, so I've got a ton of flowers from doing hairbands already pre-crocheted, so I'm using them up. This one says be merry, and this one I used on the back because that was my first one that I decided to do, and then I loved how it looked, so I decided to do more. And this one here from that same fabric is Merry Christmas. Now, this is some chalkboard fabric that I bought last year or the year before from Spotlight. So I've done the Jingle All the Way, which has just got this black and white fabric on the back. I love these chalkboard ones. This one says Comfort and Joy. This one is Merry and Bright. Some crochet flowers, and this one says Holly with the little snowman and stuff. He is so cute. You're going to hear so cute a lot in my videos. And then these last two were from another fabric that I had that I've made a quilt out of last year, and I just think they're so adorable. Look at how adorable and cute that is. Sorry, there's something on the back of this. So it's the red buffalo check plaid car with the plaid tree, and it's got the little golden retriever driving, and it's just super cute. And then I got this one as well, which is this super cute caravan in the plaid, the green and the red plaid, with the same little golden retriever in the door. It's so cute. And I just did a brownish finish on the back of these. So that's those. So that was really good. That added a few more to my stash my ornament stash quite quickly. And eventually, once I've got enough cross stitch ornaments, those fabric ones might filter into being another tree of its own, I think. Still got plenty more to show. So I'm just getting a few more out. Okay, so this here is probably my all-time favorite ornament so far, and this was a little freebie one that I found on Pinterest that says joy, and I thought it was just adorable. It has the bluebird, it's just gorgeous, and I did some little yo-yos, and this, it's hard to tell, but this, there you go, you might be able to see a little bit, but this blue fabric is a blue with the sparkles, and the red holly fabric on the back is also sparkly, which I think is so cute. So that's that one. That was another flat finish. This one here was another little freebie that I found, and I love this one as well. So I did the button hanger, which I got that idea from Cindy at Cindy's Cross Stitch. If you follow her over there, she's done a tutorial on it. I think I've made my handle a little bit too big. I was really struggling with it because of my fingers. With the pain in my hands, I find my coordination isn't the best sometimes trying to do things, especially threading a needle or threading this kind of thing. It just doesn't want to work very well. And then I just attached this cute little ribbon at the bottom. So my plan for this one is, because the handle's a little bit too long, I might hang this just on a hook on my wall in my craft room or something at Christmas time. So now I also have this joy one, which I did as a pillow finish. This I'm pretty sure was from the 2018 Just Cross Stitch ornament issue. And this fabric I've had for a few years now in my stash, but oh my god, it's so cute. It's like a vintage kind of fabric. The blue just went perfect with the blue that was in it. These little blue flowers I had actually found in a bag of stuff from council cleanup, and they went perfectly as well. So that was adorable as well. Then I did, okay, I'll show this one as well. This one here was also from the Just Cross Stitch 2018 ornament issue. And this is the dress one. I altered mine a little bit, and I only did the one row. It has 2 rows of that at the bottom, but I did the one row and my lace was thinner, so I did 2 rows of lace instead. And I made it as an ornament, as like a pillow type finish instead of the flat finish that they did. Unfortunately, her hips are a little uneven, but mine are too from having bursitis in the hip, so you know, it doesn't bother me too much. So that one there turned out pretty cute as well. That was super quick to stitch up as well. So I stitched a few from a book that I have. I had a book here and it had some it was a Christmas card, like had the Christmas cards in it. So I did this little one as a pillow finish that says, "You're so sweet," just with the candy cane. And I love the candy cane stripe fabric that I had as well. Had that for a few years as well now. I had this little snowman, which I did as a little finish, and that's that blue sparkly fabric again too. I have it in green with gold sparkle and white with a gold sparkle too, I think. And I stupidly put my ribbon back to front on this one, but hey, doesn't matter. It's okay. And I loved this little bit of blue snowflake fabric around there as well. This was also from that book where it's got the little stocking, which I thought was cute. Just another pillow finish. And I just bought a ton of, well, we had winter here, I just bought a ton of fancy yarns, which is what I've used a lot for my trims around the edges of my cross stitches. This was another one. It says Christmas greetings, and I finished it as a folded star ornament. I want to do a few more of this kind of finish so that I have the bauble kind of finish as well. I had cut the piece of cross stitch a little too small, so I added the diamante thingies just to cover where you could see some of the ball, the styrofoam. But that was pretty quick to put together as well. Just uses a ton of pins. Excuse me, I've got the watery eye now from the sneezes. And this was also from that book. It says With Love at Christmas, and I just did that as a long pillow finish. Now I've got the watery eye. This was another one, and this I think turned out really cute. It's only small, so what I did was added a little fabric border to it and mounted it and then offset it onto this fabric, that little one that I made some of the ornaments out of. And in the center I added this little charm as well, just so that it looked a bit, it jazzed it up a little. This was another one from that, and I did this as a little felt pillow kind of finish. It kind of looks a bit like ravioli, I guess, which is super, super cute. So I really liked that one. Also from that book, we're almost done. I did this one. I'll show you first and then I'll read out what it says. So I did that one, and it's got a little verse thingy on there. And it says, "At Christmas, we will remember both old traditions and new. I wish you heaps of happiness to last the new year through." And I thought that was really cute. That would be a really good gift. Make it like a gift tag kind of thing for somebody for Christmas. And then this was also from that book, and it says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." And it's got the little birdies and the little musical notes. It turned out really cute, and it's on that gorgeous blue sparkle fabric too again. We're getting there. So this one here, I actually found, this is where I got the idea from, that little ravioli kind of finish. This one here I found at an op shop. It was like $1 or $1.50. And it was already put together, but it had no hanger on it. So I just attached the hanger with a little flower over the top of it so I could use it as an ornament, because that's super cute. So there's that one there. This one here was another little Pinterest freebie, and I think this is really cute. How could you not like a little black kitty cat with a Santa hat? So I did that one, and I love having, I did this with that oval finish on top of the rectangle, and I really love that look of like the shape for the center. And that's on that sparkly red holly fabric too. So you can see that. This one here was a Lizzie Kate freebie from their website, which is Peace, Joy, Love. And I really like this. Like, that's super, super cute. And I added just a little love heart made with love charm that I have a ton of. This one here is a frosted pumpkin stitchery little ornament. It's actually one of their smalls, and I decided to do it as an ornament, and I had it on this mint greeny coloured fabric which I painted myself. And then I put this turquoisey snowflake sparkly fabric for the back. Excuse me. Now this one here, this finish was inspired by one of Vonna Pfeiffer's the Twisted Stitches ornaments that I'd seen, which is the snow globe finish. So I did this little ornament with just the snowman inside, and then it's got the half DIY baubles and some snow in there, and I attached that onto that white sparkly fabric that I was talking about. And I really like that one. I want it because I've bought the pack and I didn't know which size I needed, so I bought this size and the next size that they had. So I want to try and do some more so I can use up the the ones that I've got instead of having a billion things sitting around not being used. So that's about it for my stitching update. Like I said, I'd set myself a goal if I could do 50 cross stitch ornaments before Christmas. And with what I just currently showed you and what I had done previously this year, I'm at 49. So I have one more that I really want to finish. Actually forgot to bring out, I have 2 other cross stitches that I started. So I might be, I will just show them once I finish them. I forgot all about grabbing those. Now one other thing that I'm going to show you is I made myself, it's a bit hard to show you, but I've made myself a 3-tiered tray. This turquoise platter plate thingy I had bought from Spotlight. I really wanted one and I didn't pick it up the first time I seen it, and I think they were $20 then, and then I went back and they were gone. So I was really annoyed because they were all gone. So, and then one other time I was in there and I was just looking around in their homewares. Excuse me. I was looking in their homeware section and I found one that was on clearance for $10. It's got a few bits of paint off the edges, but that's the look I like anyway, so I would have done it anyway, so I didn't have to do that anyway. And then the other 2 shelves of it are just some old cake tins that I'd found from council cleanup. And the post in the center, I had also gotten, I think it was a light stand or something. And I got my husband to cut them into the heights that I wanted. And I just used like the good as nails glue kind of stuff, I think, and it seems to be, it's super duper strong. And then for the top I found this little floral drawer handle from council cleanup as well. I got quite a few of them. I think there was like 8 or 9 from one set of drawers that we found, so I pulled the handles off because I know I can use them. So I made that, so I'm excited to start getting that filled up soon as well. I'll probably wait and do it up for Christmas because I'm not going to decorate for Halloween this year because we have an attic in this house and it's, the stairs aren't the best getting up and down the attic, but that's where all my Halloween and my seasonal stuff is stored. So I'm not going to bother decorating for Halloween because I have that surgery a few days before and I don't want to have to pack that up and then try and get it back up the stairs and pull Christmas out. So I think what I'm going to do is just pull Christmas out and have it downstairs in the spare bedroom ready for me to decorate for Christmas and not worry about doing the Halloween because we have house guests coming on the beginning of December, so I can't store too much in the spare bedroom because I'll need to sleep in there. So anyway, that's about it for my updates for today. I thought this was going to take way longer with all of my ornament finishes, but luckily it's not gone into that hour mark, but I've still got to add those other videos to it yet. So I will end the video here and I will probably come back and update you the beginning of November with what I get finished between now and when my surgery is. I'm hoping to still get a few more ornaments in and I have a couple of other finishes that I'm working on. So if I can get those finished, I will come back and update you at the beginning of November with those. And then from there, I'll do the stash videos. If you guys don't want to see the stash videos, just let me know and I won't worry about it. But if you want to have a look at my stash, then I will show you those and how I sort of store my stash and things like that. So thank you all for watching and thank you all for returning back and standing by watching my videos. And I will check in with you guys in a few weeks. Bye for now. Hi guys. I have been working on finishing up this gift for my mum for her birthday. this last few weeks. So I just thought I would take a video of it now and add it to my end of my next video, because I will be giving it to her before I post the video so she doesn't see it and it's a surprise. So this is the Floral Poodle from Stitchline, I believe. I will add the correct details in the list below when I post the video, but I'm pretty certain it's Stitchline. And I finished it off into this no-sew cube, and I think it turned out really adorable and cute. But this is a closer up look of the stitching, and I've just done that on white, I think it was 14 count Aida that I purchased from Spotlight. I followed Carolyn Mazzio's tutorial for finishing the no-sew cube. I did one Halloween one last year and followed her tutorial, and it was super easy. So I followed that one again. This is the fabric I used on the back, and I tried really hard to get it so that the lines were perfectly straight, as straight as I could possibly get. And then I've used this really cute pink garden fabric around the edge, because she loves to garden and stuff as well. So I thought that matched really well. And then I just used this white and silver organza ribbon. And then I did some little pearls on pins to pop in as little feet for it. And then at the top, I just added this really pretty little flower, and I just glued that on. So nice and easy. But that's one little last look at this little piece. So I will attach this at the end of my next video, like I said. I have two other cross stitches that I finished off for a friend. I just need to FFO those, so hopefully I will get them FFO'd this week, and I will add that to the end of this video as well. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now. So I thought I would just film this and add it to the end of my next video, because I am going to be sending these out today. So I've done two for a present for a friend. So this is the first one that I made for her. It's one that I've stitched before that I just made up myself, but instead I made it a pillow finish for myself. So this time I have done it on the framing mat board, and I have mounted it on this purple fabric and done the chenille around the edges. So I'm pretty happy with how that one turned out. I'm going to get that off to her today as a surprise. She knows nothing about it at all. So I can't wait for her to receive it, and hope she loves it. Her two favourite colours are purple and pink. So I've got that one done, and I will show you the next one in a minute. So this is the second one that I made for her as well. And I made this up myself just with some fonts that I found on Pinterest, and I stitched the "if friends were flowers, I'd pick you," and then I added a crochet flower that I had made years ago for headbands. The center one I didn't make. I got that from eBay when I was making headbands as well. And then I felt that it needed something down here in this bottom corner, so I added these sparkly pink love hearts. I bought them to make a needle minder for myself, but they came as a big pack of like 10 or something, so I had them sitting around. And so I alternated this and did the writing, most of the writing in the pink variegated this time, and the other one I did in the purple variegated. And then I did the U obviously in the purple. So I'm going to be getting these out to her today, and hopefully she will get them in the next couple of days. And I'm excited for her to receive them, as she knows nothing about them coming even, so it'll be exciting. And I will get the rest of my video filmed hopefully in the next few days, and I will chat with you guys then. Bye for now. So I just finished up this cross stitch for somebody as a surprise that I'm sending out to them. But thankfully, before I went to the post office, somebody picked up that I've made a mistake on the blossoming. So I am trying to come up with a fix for it, and I'm working on that now, and I will let you know how it ends up turning out. So I've fixed it as best as I can. I think it looks okay. So I'm going to head to the post office shortly and get this off to its new owner. I just hope it looks okay and doesn't look too out of place. But I couldn't really fix it any other way because I couldn't pull it apart to take that thing off because it's very well glued and stitched together. So anyway, I'm hoping that the owner of, or the recipient of this, is going to like it. And it's not as good as it could have been, but I don't really want to start it all over again and throw it out, so I think it looks okay. So I'm going to get this off to the post office, and I will attach this at the end of my next video. Bye for now.